Hi, Emma. So here is how you do predicted weekly demand from this data. So here's your X and Y, and so the first thing you do is calculate these three columns, the X squared, Y squared, and X times Y. Well, 22,500 is 150 squared. 46,656 is 216 squared. And 32,400 is the product of 150 times 216. And then you sum up those columns. So you do that for each one of the pairs. You sum up the columns, you sum up the X and Y also, and then you calculate a mean for X and Y. So the mean of X is 1,200 divided by 6, because there's 6 pairs. And the mean of the Y is 1,148 divided by 6, or 191. And then you have everything you need to figure out these SXX. So this is the standard deviation of X, standard deviation of Y, and then SXY. So it's how X and Y co-vary together. So SXX is the sum of X squared. So the sum of the X squared column, 247,000, that's right here, minus the sum of X and that quantity squared. So the sum of X is, and you square that, divided by 6. And then SYY is the sum of Y squared, which is 220,972, minus the sum of Y squared, so that's 1,148 squared over 6. And then SXY is the sum of the XY column, which is the 226,620, minus the product of the sum of X and sum of Y, which is 1,200 times 1,148, and that divided by 6. And it gives you these three quantities, 7,000, 1,321.33, negative 2,980. And then the slope and the intercept can be calculated from those values. So the slope, beta 1, is SXY over SXX. So SXY is right from here, negative 2,980 over SXX, 7,000, equals negative 0.4257. And the intercept is Y bar, which is the mean of Y, 191, minus the slope, which is negative 0.4257, times X bar, which is the mean of X, or 200. And that gives us 276.48. And the predicted weekly demand that you're being asked for is the intercept of 276.48 minus the slope of 0.4257 times 176, the price of 176. And that gives a predicted demand of $201.55 thousand. And please let me know if you have any questions.